Okay, I got a problem here. And let's see if you have the same problem. I'm on the Raiders image store, which is linked from Raiders.com. The first question I would ask is who actually runs this? Do the Raiders have any input? They drafted these people, they signed these people? Or is this exclusively being run by the NFL.com? Because I want to assign blame. Now, many Raiders are excited about the next season, including myself. And we want to purchase jerseys for the new players. Okay, some will purchase elite jerseys, but most will probably go with the $99 game jerseys. Let's see what they got. They actually have Conley, who hasn't even practiced. They have Lynch in 2 different versions, which is the most popular jersey right now. Okay, they have Koopa, they have Crabtree, they have Mac. Okay, that's understandable. King, and they even have Joseph, who is, he's not a star. They have Smith. They have some older ones, throwbacks. But unlike all those writers, so-called writers for the Raiders, these beat writers, I personally have been a fan of Eddie Vanderdoes since the Combine. I had a hunch they were going to select him. And all certain writers, I won't mention their name, Maurice Martin, is that his name? Moten? He wasn't from the Silver and Black Pride, was he? That idiot website. He was writing him off because he was finishing school. He was, fulfilling his educational commitments, which is part of the NFL agreement with certain schools. And so he missed a lot of time in the OTAs or whatever you call them, and he was written right off the books by schmucks like him. What is this guy? How is he? He's going to be way behind. All this blah, 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 and all. You're just propping up other certain players, Hester in particular, and, forgetting all about Eddie. But now the bandwagon is starting to turn. People are saying they're writing articles, like I've been writing comments, that Eddie is going to be Khalil Mack's best friend, because he is going to great pressure. He had a weight problem. He had a knee injury. Some say he had a prima donna type problem, and he wasn't really pushed. He was allowed to get away with things at UCLA. But so far, since he's come to the Raiders training camp, he's come ready, immediately gets the nod with the first team, and immediately starts sacking Derek Carr against the so-called second best offensive line in football. Well, this is something to look forward to. Not him sacking Derek Carr, but sacking Tom Brady and the like. Yet, on this website, there is no jersey for him. Who is running the marketing show here? They have Gary and Conley. I'm surprised they don't have Menafanu. If I even pronounce his name right. But Eddie, who posted a picture of him as a child, as a Raider fan, as a baby. Eddie, who was tearing it up in practice, training camp. And they're not promoting him. This makes no sense at all. So, is the NFL the one running this? Or is this the Raiders? Because I think it's stupid. I don't know if this will stop the video. There's some website. It's called something like the Raiders Oakland Raiders store or something, and they're selling not these game jerseys according to the website, but elite jerseys for $31, and they're offering Eddie Vanderdoes jerseys. That's pretty pathetic. No, I have no idea. How authentic these are to be selling for $300 less or whatever it is. And these ones would be selling for less too, I guess, or whatever con game is being played. I do understand some things about manufacturing, and there is a lot of crooked practices. A lot of people are unaware that many bootlegged items and counterfeit items are actually not counterfeit. There's the potential they came from the same manufacturing plant but was snuck out. It's quite possible. And they could have been in manufacturing. You have flaws, you have things that would be cast aside that might not meet first quality standards, and that's what those could be. Who knows? I mean, where are these so-called official, jerseys, which are the clothing, street cut, if you will? Where are they being manufactured? Are they being manufactured in El Salvador? They manufactured in China? I know they're not being manufactured in the United States, and that is BS. That is BS. Yeah, Mr. Trump. How's that one going? You want to bring all these jobs back? Here is an organization that doesn't even pay taxes. Well, I think they said they're going to stop paying taxes. They said, not the IRS. The NFL. Now, what kind of deal is that? But anyway, where is the Eddie Vanderdoes? Who is running this marketing campaign? Not me, because I would have Eddie Vanderdoes jerseys ready. Why? The Raiders are going to Las Vegas. You're going to learn how to roll the dice sometimes. And I'm telling you, barring injury, Eddie is going to be a force, and the Raiders are going to be a top 10 defense. Mark my words. And Sean Smith might be off the team. They owe him nothing. They can cut him. There's other players that are going to be a little more hungry. He better turn himself around. But the fact is, there should be Eddie Vanderdoes jerseys available. I remember when in 2014 I ordered a Derek Carr jersey. This one right here. They were out of stock here. I had to order it through East Bay. Paid $99, free shipping. But where's the Eddie jerseys? I mean, this is pathetic. If I called him up, I'm gonna get some low order schmuck who's not gonna know anything. I'm telling you, he laid it down. He put the picture of him as a baby next to the Raider helmet, and all he's been doing is utilizing anything possible to stay involved with the Raiders while he still fulfilled his educational commitments. And it shows. He comes right in. He does not talk like a rookie. He talks kind of like Derek Carr did when he came in. Not exactly the same. He doesn't have these, well, you guys know me. He doesn't have them. He doesn't have any of the sayings like that. Derek Carr was, around football since he was a kid. This should be some Eddie Vanderdoes jerseys. Derek Carr mentioned him, not by name, but it's been deciphered that he was talking about him. Derek Carr turns to Khalil Mack and says, he's really good, isn't he? Or something. And Mack, he's going to be really good. And the Mack says, yeah, I know. And Eddie was right behind him. He didn't know that. And then he said, you're not supposed to hear that. This is good for the Raiders, but you're not supposed to hear that. I think he knows. Look at his arms. Look at his arms. Look at his freaking arms. And just look at the ligaments in his elbow. He is thick. And he knows how to use his hands. That is one of the keys. Quickly using his hands, very fast. And Raider fans should be very excited, because this is going to help people like Conley, Obi-Wan Raider. It might even help Sean Smith, Emerson, and others. Do not knock Vanderdoes. He is going to be an elite on this team. I think he's going to be, and I'm not copying that article that said this, I think he's going to be the Raiders MVP. I mean, they're a rookie MVP. Rookie of the year. And why not? I mean, I'm not going to sit back and wait for things to happen. I'm seeing signs. I'm telling you, the Raiders' defense is going to be way better. They had only 25 sacks last year, and most of the sacks came from these two guys. It was only like 3 other sacks, or 3.5 other sacks. I'm telling you, Eddie Vanderdoes is going to be in Brady's face. I'm telling you, you cannot just beat the Patriots on a last field goal. They will call penalties on you. You can't beat them by 1 touchdown. There will be penalties, holding calls on every play. You will not be able to do it. You have to beat the crap out of them like the Atlanta Falcons were doing, and then took their foot off the gas. You got to beat the crap out of them. And how do you beat the crap out of them? Because they're going to hold. Solder, or whatever his name is, he is going to hold Mac all game long. How do you beat him? Pressure up the middle. Eddie Vanderdoes. Right up the middle. And I'm telling you, this is a poor market decision, either on the Raiders' part or the NFL.com part. I guarantee the Raiders can put in, if it's the NFL doing this, they can put in suggestions saying, we want a certain amount of Eddie Vanderdoes jerseys manufactured, and the NFL will comply. This is stupid. This is totally stupid. I'm going to complain. I suggest other people complain. I suggest other people start getting excited, because I'm telling you, sometimes it is just one piece, one cog that makes the machinery go. and it starts up front, and the Raiders start getting pressure. All of a sudden, the secondary isn't getting beat all the time, and there'll be way more turnovers. And right now, Lynch is the number one jersey sold, but someone needs to put a 9 in front of the 4 and change the name to Vanderdoes. Yes, Raider fans are going to love Eddie Vanderdoes. Get on it.